Movies and Martinis celebrates women and diversity in the entertainment world
by ranking trending movies, shows, and books
with two completely different perspectives and ranked by delicious martinis.
Listen to find out how many martinis we felt it was worth.
And learn about the women who have written, performed, and/or directed in everything we have rated.
A new episode is available every Thursday on your favorite podcast platform and YouTube. What's up, everyone? Welcome to our podcast. I'm Priya.
And I'm Mercy. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Priya, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Cheers.
Oh, wait.
Cheers.
Hello. Cheers. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, wait.
Cheers.
I was not prepared for cheers, and cheers is the most important part.
I'm trying to get you on the side. You got to come to the side here. That's great.
Okay, I can never figure out where you are. Listen, how about you're in New York and I'm in Tennessee? Cheers.
Yes, cheers. Our spatial awareness is off. That's all right.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, as long as we have a good time.
Yes.
You know, I was going to ask you, okay, hey, Priya, so what are we talking about today? But I kind of think that between all the pink surrounding us, we don't have to even say what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about
it's right here.
Everybody's talking about.
It's right here.
It's Barbie time.
Yes. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. It's
imagination.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't get the lyrics for that. But okay. The intention was there, Priya. It was good.
Yes, it was there. It was there. So
okay. So wait. Before we go any further, total spoiler alert. If you haven't watched the movie, this is the time to pause us, enjoy the movie, and then come right on back. So we're going to tell you how many martinis we're going to give the Barbie movie.
Yes.
If you're not going to watch it, but you want to know what it's all about, we are your girls. We're going to tell you what Barbie is all about. So yes. Barbie time. Priya, hit us.
Okay. So the Barbie movie was completely what it didn't seem like. But okay, so I'm going to read the description on IMDb.
Listen,
y'all. And according to IMDb, Barbie suffers a crisis that leads her to question her world and her existence. That's right, Bentley. No, Bentley's in the background.
Bentley's a Barbie girl.
Bentley's a Barbie girl. So Barbie suffers a crisis, and it's funny how the crisis starts. Okay, should we even get into this? Okay, well, let's start with the first thing.
Okay,
what's your favorite part? Let's start with that. And then we'll just break everything down.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it kind of kills it because I think that my favorite part is the end.
Really?
Yeah, the way it's all wrapped up. So I had no expectations other than it was going to be cute and fun and pink and bubblegum-ish. And fun music and a great cast because I saw all the stars that were going to be in it. It was really diverse and really fun. So I wasn't thinking of a plot. I went in not expecting anything. Just, okay, let's see what this is all about. But I felt that, which is, I guess, a great thing, that the movie was directed to my age group, or at least to me, to women, to moms. Really, I don't feel that it was really geared towards little girls, although the cuteness of it is totally little girls.
I agree with you. I kept on thinking the same thing.
The message was
this movie was deeper. Not for kids. It was not for kids.
Right?
Little kids.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. So, of course, I enjoyed it because it was, I felt geared towards me as a mom and as a girl when Barbies were such a big thing, right?
Yeah.
You had Barbies. So my favorite part was the end, how it all comes full circle, how Rhea Perlman's character comes in and she says, but I did this for my daughter. And it takes you back in time where you have all these different emotions that you go through in life and all these moments that make life.
Yeah.
That's, that we kind of forget. That we know better. We know this, but we forget because life just happens and you're so involved in the everyday mundane things that you forget all the moments that have gotten you there. So it's like those that say, these are your prayers being answered. You've
Mhm.
you have so much, because we're always complaining, but we do really have so much. And that kind of the movie put it in perspective. And I love that. And I love that Barbie chose to be in a human world where she would have all those emotions, which could be good or bad. Either way, it's so much more than just being so stereotypical, right? And so
Yeah.
basic, and the same thing over and over and over and over, like the same routine. She woke up in her perfect house with her perfect breakfast, and her, just went to her perfect little car in her little perfect world. And that gets old. So there's so much more to life to enjoy. So that was one of my takes on my favorite part of the movie. But that was 50%. The other 50% was, I knew that the Ken component was going to be a part, but I wasn't expecting all that they added into the Ken character. Like Ken, saying, hello, I'm here, I'm being ignored. Yes, he was, but it wasn't really, I guess we weren't really aware that he was being ignored, because everything was about Barbie, right? Which it was the point exactly.
Yeah.
So then everything that he does was also my second favorite part, because it's so over the top. It was, I don't know, I think it was just so well made. But you tell me your part.
So what you're pretty much saying is that the messaging, it was the messaging for you,
yeah,
and the way, and the visuals, and how they portrayed the messaging. And mine is sort of similar. So I'm going to give you a sci-fi take.
Of course.
We had all these like twists and turns to the Barbie story. I also didn't expect the Ken story to unfold the way it did. Right. I knew from the promos, it was like, oh, hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Oh, by the way, that Alan character was hilarious. I love how they stuck an Alan character in there. So I totally didn't expect the way they took the movie. I didn't look up the summary. I didn't do any of that. I didn't listen or view any videos on YouTube about people's reactions. I just wanted to have a clean, clear view of it and consumption of it. Okay, so my sci-fi take.
Tell me.
So other than the fact that, Barbie comes from a plastic world, this fake world, and that's the sci-fi, she comes from this make-believe world and into the real world. There was also a little bit of Matrix in there. And I don't know if you picked up on this. So the little old lady, what was her name again? Greta? No, that was a director. What was the name of the little old lady?
I don't remember her name, but I know she's Rhea. Yeah. Rhea Perlman.
Yeah, Rhea Perlman. So remember in The Matrix, did you watch those movies?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So remember the Oracle, a little old woman sitting in her kitchen?
No.
Do you remember that shot? There are a bunch of shots. She's always in her kitchen making cookies, talking to Neo.
I don't remember it.
Okay. All right. So for those of you listening in podcast land or looking at us on YouTube, there is a Matrix similarity. So she exits a Barbie world and she enters the kitchen, Rhea Perlman's kitchen, and she's just sitting there minding her business, doing her thing. And Matrix had the same thing. Neo just entered the kitchen from,
that's so cool.
Matrix, and like there's this like wisdom that comes from the Oracle, the same as Rhea Perlman.
Right.
So I was like, oh my God, the Barbie world and the real world, it's like the Matrix.
Yeah.
You know, wow. Do you see it?
I get it. Absolutely.
And then at the end, she comes out again at the end of the story to give Barbie a choice.
Yeah.
Barbie, you can do whatever you wanted to. Now, she didn't present her with a red pill or a blue pill like in the Matrix, but the similarity was there. Like Neo had a choice. What do you want to do? Do you want to exist in the real world?
Right.
Or in this fake world? Now, I don't know which world you would consider the real world in this case, because they're both real for the characters. You know what I mean? Like for the Barbie characters versus the living people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was a total sci-fi component, and I freaking like my brain exploded, like, oh my god, this is just like the Matrix.
Wow. And I didn't get that, but I get it now.
Yeah.
And she comes out at the end, which is like total full circle.
Yeah, like the Oracle would, and be like, oh, like the sunset in the background kind of thing when the Oracle is on the chair, you know, in that scene. I just thought the movie was really, really well done. Like it all, like the underlying stories were just perfectly done. I did kind of feel bad. So I have boys, and I also,
even if you don't have boys,
even if you don't have boys, so Ken suffers an existential crisis because he enters the real world and he sees how men are manly and they're doing all these manly things, and people want their opinions, like that girl stopping for and value, you know, like there's value in his existence where he didn't have in the Barbie world. Right. And in the real world, we know it's so much, like even like the top execs, Will Ferrell and the top execs, that was hilarious. I love that he played like the CEO of
he was
Mattel.
Perfect for that. Yeah.
You know, but that's reality. That's what happens. Reality. Like Barbie's created like by a woman, but the company is headed by a bunch of men. Like I don't know if that's real. Like that would be interesting to look that up. But Ken, like as a boy, like looking at that as a boy mom, like it made me feel for him, like he's lost his way. Like where is there like some kind of like sort of like gender neutrality for existence in our society? Where
what a perfect way to put it. You're absolutely right, because when you hear, oh, I'm having a girls' night, or all these celebrations about everything is Barbie pink and all that great stuff, where does he fit in? Right? But then you don't want him to be what the real world was showing about men. That's definitely not what we want. But we also want there to be equality, and true equality, right? Where everybody's opinion is valued. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. And then the Barbie world actually stayed Barbie world. So there was still the underlying, like Barbie world is Barbie world. You can't mess with that. It'll
continue. Yeah. You know? It'll continue.
But the gender stuff was just so prominent, and I thought it was very well done, especially America. Like America was amazing, like portraying, and it was so funny. I was like, this is about women in menopause. America was a woman in menopause, questioning her whole life, her whole existence. Yeah,
that midlife crisis.
Yeah, and that's who the Barbie, Barbie character was. You know, like she was questioning her existence. And so going back to what you were saying, this was totally for our age group. It wasn't for our little girls.
It was excellent. I feel, and I hadn't thought of it until my youngest, Lauren, made it a point. But really, there was no need, just an opinion, but I don't think there was a need for the daughter. I loved the daughter, Ariana Greenblatt. She was adorable. She played the part perfect. But there wasn't really a need, because really it was all about her mom, and it could have just been her mom going back in time when she was a little girl and she had Barbie, because it was really about her, not about her daughter. But I guess it makes sense at the end when it's full circle. Rhea Perlman says, I made Barbie for my daughter. And then I guess that's where the mother-daughter connection comes in.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have a daughter, you can feel it because you have a mom, right? So you don't need to have a daughter to connect because you have a mom. So you are a daughter. I don't know. It was, there were just so many different points to it. And there were so many funny parts that I thought were great. There was a part, I don't know if you remember it, that they say you don't have to look perfect. And they I think they take her makeup off or they do something. And then you hear the narrator in the back saying, well, this was not the right actress to use to not look perfect. It was really funny.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. It's a little, oh my gosh, it's a part of the movie where she goes back to basic. She's crying, the makeup's gone, and now she doesn't look like the perfect Barbie anymore. So that's what they tell her, you don't look perfect anymore. And then the little voice comes out and it says, maybe they should not have put Margo Robbie in if they didn't want her to still look perfect without any makeup. It was really funny and cute.
Oh,
it was really cute. So
okay.
it was like
I totally
she's
didn't catch
perfect
that.
even without the makeup and without all the Barbie frilly
Yeah.
things. She's just beautiful.
Okay.
So I thought that was cute.
So now that you're mentioning Margo, let's talk about all the women in this movie and the amazing director. Did you see what came out? That her movie grossed. I'm going to pull out my phone.
I saw that. It was like 120. I know it's number 1 in the world. I know it got 82% likes.
Are you talking about Rotten Tomatoes or?
It's on IMDb.
Yeah.
So I don't,
IMDb, I have it open right now. It's
so I see the
7.5. Yeah, 7.5 on IMDb.
The director, of course, we were talking about is Greta Gerwig.
Yeah.
And then Margo Robbie was one of the top producers.
Yeah. So the movie grossed $162 million in the US and Canada alone.
And it's number 1 worldwide.
Yes. So it's officially the biggest opening weekend for a female director in history.
That's awesome.
Yo, I'm telling you, Mattel is going to make bank on this movie.
And Mattel has been struggling for decades, because I have a cousin in California who worked for Mattel, and they shut down so many of their plants back probably in the 90s. So this is definitely a way to come back.
Okay, so 65% of the audience was women, and I'm getting these stats from Impact on IG. And men typically make up the audience majority for films of over $100 million in their debut, but this one was mostly women, and 40% of the viewers were under 25 years old.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, biggest box office weekend since the pandemic, 4th biggest box office weekend in history.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so Greta
I'm so happy.
Knocked it out of the ballpark.
I love it. Yep, very well done, and her cast is just insane. So we were talking about all the women, right? So you have Margo Robbie, Greta Gerwig, Emma McKay. You have Kate McKinnon.
The comedian. She was the crazy Barbie.
She's the doll. She's
Weird Barbie.
Weird Barbie. The Barbie that we all had, right? Then America Ferrera. Oh my gosh, so many names. Rhea Perlman. I'm looking right over everybody to the ones I know. Dua Lipa, Anna Cruz Kane, Anne Hathaway.
Wait, Dua Lipa was in it?
Mm-hmm. She was part of the cast. I missed her. I'm sure she was there somewhere. Anne Hathaway was there.
It's so funny looking at the IMDb. It's like all these amazing actresses, and right next to everybody's Barbie.
Right. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi,
there's
Barbie.
Midge,
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Midges. There's a midge in there. And there's a bunch of Kens. Ken.
Well, look at the cast you had. You had for men, right?
Alan.
You had Ryan Gosling. You had Will Ferrell. Simu Liu. Okay.
Simu Liu.
Okay. Michael Cera.
Alan, who was Alan.
Right. I'm trying to see who else. Kingsley.
John Cena was in it. John Cena was a Ken.
Nope. Yes, I remember that. You're right.
He was Poseidon. He was like the Poseidon king.
Yes. Yeah, because you had also the mermaids.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, Helen Mirren was also, she was the narrator. So
it was amazing.
Awesome.
It was amazing.
It was great. So here's a question. How many martinis would you give it?
5. I would give it 5. It was a masterpiece.
I agree.
The creativity, everything. It was a masterpiece. Cheers, Greta.
Cheers, Greta. Cheers, Margo. You hit it out of the park. Everybody in it was fantastic. And before I let everybody go, guys, remember, we want to know how many martinis you'd give it. And if there's anything that you feel we should have mentioned, let us know. But I wanted to ask you, did you have a Barbie growing up?
Oh, I had a lot of Barbies. I even had weird Barbies. I had naked Barbie. I remember the Barbie with the black dress. I know Margo wore that black dress on the red carpet. Did you remember that?
Yes.
I remember I had a dress like that for my Barbies, and the shoes. Okay, so the shoe part, like that's how she ends up realizing that there's a real world out there.
Her foot goes flat.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get the little thing where she's walking up and she goes, "If I had these feet, I'd never wear heels." You saw that when she's walking up to the weird Barbie and her feet are flat. She's like, "I'd never wear heels with these feet." And that's a huge point to women. Our feet are like that.
But she's saying it like matter of fact. It's like the most obvious thing to say. Like she can't wear heels.
Right.
Well, she can, but yeah, never mind.
But her foot was strategically made to wear heels, whereas the human foot is not.
Right.
So that's the point. Our feet are not meant to be wearing heels. The Barbie foot is, because it was created in that high arch. So I thought that was good.
And the irony is that men wore heels before women wore heels.
That I didn't know, Priya.
In the Victorian era, men wore heels and dresses. And now it's us.
Look at that. It was us, because I know that women are now wearing comfy shoes.
Comfy shoes.
Yes, another evolution.
Never again. Like my heel choices are very slim and in between. I like my white kicks and my sandals here in New York City.
Yeah. I love slides. I have slides in every color. That's my slide my foot in and move on.
Nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
Like
life is too short to be uncomfortable.
It is too short. It is too short. So, oh my God, this movie was amazing. We both gave it 5 stars.
Yeah.
If you haven't
seen
martinis.
It,
5 martinis. Yes. Oh my God. 5 martinis. If you guys haven't seen it, I don't know where you've been. Go see it. Like even guys are going to see it and they're loving it. They're getting the messages in the movie, and it's just a great throwback for all
the movies. Absolutely entertaining. It keeps you engaged. It goes by quick. It's an excellent movie. We're doing it no justice by telling you everything in a nutshell. It's worth the watch. So we hope that you agree with us. And here's 2 martinis. I love movies and shows with 5 martinis.
Yes.
So until the next one, we'll talk to you later.
Like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yep. Bye, guys.